What if the core story you've been told about ADHD is completely wrong? Welcome back. Today, I'm diving into something big. Genuinely, one of the most important conversations I've ever brought to the podcast. Because I'm sharing something that challenges the entire foundation of how ADHD has been defined, researched, pathologized, and treated for the last 2 decades. And it comes from Dr William Dodson, a board-certified psychiatrist who has spent 25 years specialising exclusively in ADHD. He's honoured with APA Life Fellow status and widely recognised for his contribution to the field. And he says something bold, something that grabbed me by the heart because it matches what I see every single day in myself and in my clients. He says the executive function deficit theory is nonsense. So let's explore why that matters more than you think. This one word blew my mind, and it will blow yours too. There's no research showing that even half of ADHDers have executive function deficits, yet the entire field has run with this theory as if it was gospel. Hearing him use the word nonsense felt shocking at first, but also outrageously validating, because it lines up perfectly with what so many ADHDers instinctively feel, that this deficit story doesn't match our lived experience. 2 questions that upend everything you think you know about ADHD. He asks ADHDers 2 deceptively simple questions. Number 1, have you ever been unable to start something that you are genuinely interested in? Number 2, have you ever found anything that you couldn't do once you were truly engaged? When I asked myself those 2 questions, the answer was obvious. No, never. Interest changes everything. Engagement changes everything. When we're in, we're in. And so many of you listening feel the exact same way. Hello, I am just going to pop in here and let you know about my group coaching program, which is called The Academy. The Academy is an inspiring and supportive space where I coach like-minded ADHDers. We explore everything about living with ADHD, and you will receive personal coaching and support directly from me. I've been through the challenges of ADHD myself, and I love sharing the lessons that I've learned to help make your life easier. So I'd love for you to come and join our amazing ADHD community and learn and grow together. There's a link down below to join, and I hope to see you soon. ADHD is not a disorder of attention, but a brain that is wired for interest and engagement. ADHD isn't an attention deficit. It's a regulation difference, a nervous system that runs on interest, passion, novelty, urgency, and emotional resonance. When those ingredients are present, the ADHD brain ignites. Executive function switches on. Flow arrives. Focus sharpens, and momentum becomes effortless. This is the real reason our performance looks inconsistent, not because of a deficit, but because of the conditions under which our brain activates. The word omnipotent is even used to describe ADHDers when they're fully engaged. Omnipotent literally means having unlimited power. Omni means total, and potent means power. And as dramatic as that sounds, it's not wrong. Hyperfocus, deep flow, hours disappearing, being able to create magic out of thin air. This is exactly why I called my business Gifted with ADHD, because when our nervous system is aligned, we are extraordinary. Think you have anxiety? What if that feeling is actually something completely different? What many ADHDers describe isn't fear. It's hyper-arousal. Replaying conversations, emotional intensity, internal restlessness, rumination, and cognitive overactivity. This isn't necessarily anxiety, although many ADHDers do have anxiety too. This experience is ADHD emotional intensity, and it gets mislabeled constantly. Why? Because it's situational and not constant. And emotional regulation still isn't part of the diagnostic criteria. The diagnostic criteria are often described as an antiquated mess. And honestly, that's not wrong. The criteria were built around young boys, school behaviour, external symptoms, observable disruption. Not adults and not women, not internal experience and not emotion, and not the interest-driven, context-based engagement pattern that we actually live with. And with 93% of psychiatrists receiving zero training in ADHD, no wonder so many people are either undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. If you take one idea from this episode, let it be this. All of Dodson's work points to one core truth. If you know one person with ADHD, you know one person with ADHD. Because ADHD is not a fixed trait. It's situational, it's contextual, it's emotional, it's interest-based, it's dynamic, and it's alive. We thrive when the conditions are right, but we struggle when the conditions are wrong. Not because we're broken, but because the world misunderstands how our nervous system actually works. I really hope that this episode gives you permission to rethink your ADHD and reclaim the power that's always been there beneath the surface. Thank you for listening.